is paper number 49. Now in this paper number 49, question number 1, 49th paper, question number 1. Now tell me what is information here. 4 is subtracted from each odd digit. And what is the number here? 9476. 9476 582 is the number. Now in this one 4 is subtracted from each odd number. Odd number 4 is subtracted means hence this 9 minus 4 will be 5, 7 minus 4 is 3, 5 minus 4 is 1. There are only 3 odd digits in this one. And to each, 1 is added to each even digit. Now 4 plus 1 is 5, 6 plus 1 is 7, 8 plus 1 is 9, and 2 plus 1 is 3. Now tell me how many digits remain in the same place? No, sir. How many numbers will appear twice in the given new number? Now 5 is 1 and another 3 is the other. And so these are the only 2 numbers which are repeated twice. 3 and 5, that is choice 5. Then question number 2. Now in this question number 2, the question is about what? Critical reasoning. The following are 2 findings of a year. 1 year long survey conducted on the employees of company K. Every time an employee is rewarded for his or her work, he or she has performed better for at least next 2 months. Here, now if an employee has been given a reward, then that person is working better for at least next 2 months. And in this one, the second one, the performance of none of the employees here, none of the employees of company K has improved in the past 10 months. In the past 10 months, none of the employees' performance has improved. But yes, if there is any reward, then the next 2 to 3 months, definitely next 2 months that will be there. The performance will be better in the next 2 months if a reward has been given. But yes, in the last 10 months, not even a single performance increase in this one. Hence, what can be inferred here? Yes, tell me what can be inferred. If there is a reward, then obviously 2 months there will be better performance, at least 2 months. But yes, here there is no better performance in the last 10 months, which implies that no reward has been given in the last 10 months, isn't it? Then what is your choice here? There are factors other than being rewarded. Now in the statement is talking about reward only. And second one, more than 90% of the company's case employees work to their highest potential only when they are rewarded. Then no employee has been rewarded for his or her work in the last 2 quarters. Isn't last 2 quarters is nothing but 6 months. In the last 6 months, no employee has been awarded. We can definitely conclude this one or not. Then question number 3, 3 to 7. Now in this question number 3 to 7, how many people are there? 8 people, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, and R live on 8 different floors of a building, but not necessarily in the same order. The lower number floor is floor 1 and so on. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 are the 8 floors. Now among these 8 floors, tell me what are the conditions given here. P lives on an even number floor. As P lives on an even number floor but not on the topmost floor, P lives on an even number floor but not on the topmost floor. Hence, tell me what is the position of this P? P can be either on the 2nd floor, 4th floor, or the 6th floor. How many possibilities do we have? We have some 3 possibilities, isn't it? Now, P can be either on the 2nd floor, or P can be on the 4th floor, or P can be on the 6th floor. As of now, we can able to represent only 2 different cases, since we are taking this one 2 and 4. Now, sir, if these 2 cases are invalid, then we can directly go for 6th floor. Then P lives on an even number floor but not on the topmost floor. Only 3 people live between L and P, as P is here 1, 2, 3, L will be here in case 1. And in case 2, only 3 people between L and P, L will be on the 8th floor. And R lives immediately below L. R lives immediately below L. R is either on the 5th floor or on the 7th floor below L. Only 2 people live between R and M. Between R and M, there must be exactly 2 people, hence in case 1, M must be on the 8th floor. And in the second one, in the second case is not possible, because 2 people in between R and M is not at all possible. Clear now? Then R on the 4th floor, P on the 4th floor is completely ruled out. Next one, only 2 people live between R and M. K lives immediately above Q. Now this K is living immediately above Q, then what is the only possibility here? Now K and Q must be on the 4th and the 3rd floors, and there are as many people between Q and R. Between Q and R, tell me how many persons are there? There is 1 person. There are as many people between Q and R as there between R and O. Between R and O also there is only 1 person. Then what is the final arrangement here? The final arrangement is, then who is the person left over? N is the person left over. And the final arrangement is MO, LR, KQ, PN. And this is how these 8 persons are staying in these 8 different floors, starting from the ground floor to the topmost floor. The order is NP, QK, RL, OM. Question numbers 3 to 7. Then question number 8. Now in this question number 8, the government of state D was recently criticized. The government of state D was recently criticized for accepting a proposal as per which schools in the state will not conduct examinations up to standard 9th standard. The government of state D was recently criticized. Okay. Now the government has taken a decision for that one. Now the government is being criticized for accepting a proposal. The government has accepted a proposal. What is the proposal here? As per which, as per the proposal, schools in the state will not conduct examinations up to 9th standard. Rather, schools will promote all the students up to 9th standard, and from standard 9 onwards, the students would either be passed or failed depending upon their marks in the examinations. Clear? Till 9th standard, all the persons irrespective of their marks in the examination, they will be promoted, and there won't be any examination till 9th class. And for the government has accepted this proposal for that one. Now the parents and all the remaining people are criticizing the government. Then which of the following may not be a reason for the criticism of the government of state D for accepting the proposal? Except one, all the remaining can be the reasons why the government is being criticized, but as one of this one cannot be the reason. Tell me which cannot be the reason among these 5. Now, so the first one, students learn to write exam papers in a stipulated period of time with practice, okay, with practice of solving exams papers over the years, and many students may not be able to grasp this directly in the 9th standard. Now in the years together, 5th standard, 6th standard, 7th standard onwards, if there are examinations, these students can able to work out this one properly. Suddenly if an examination is given in the 9th standard, they were not well equipped with this one, hence they may not perform. Isn't there is a disadvantage with this one or not? Hence people are criticizing the government. This is the reason why people are criticizing the government. Then second one, studies suggest that students become less prone to exam anxiety. There won't be any exam anxiety at all. Why? Because there were no exams at all. Less anxiety and exam fear when they get used to passing examinations over the years as compared to when they do not appear for an examination at all. When there is no exam at all, what happens is there is no anxiety for these two people. Whether they write this one or not, they will definitely be promoted, hence they will not take seriously regarding the examinations. Hence whether it is a negative aspect or not, suddenly if there is an exam in the 9th standard, then they cannot be used to that one. Hence this is also can be the reason why the government is being criticized. Then third one, experts suggest that the special needs of children can be adequately assessed through evaluation of their examination papers, and early assessment helps initiate early interventions and monitor progress through examinations. If there is an exam, what happens here? Then we can able to assess the student, in which area this student is weak and in which student this student is strong, isn't it? Now as that person is weak in that one, in the early stage only if you could able to focus on that one, then that person can definitely well equipped with this one. Hence this is also the reason why they are criticizing the government. Then fourth one, several parents have raised concern that the students could not be willing to pay attention in class and retain the information because they do not have to write the exam. As there is no examination, there is no need to remember all this. As there is no need to remember all this, they are not paying concentration in the classroom, isn't it? And this is the reason or not? As this is the reason why the parents are criticizing the government, because the children are not learning at all. Then fifth one, the above mentioned options are not be the reason for the criticism, isn't it? All the remaining are the reasons. Hence what is your answer here? Choice for none of these is the reason. Clear? All these are the reasons why the government has specifically given. The above mentioned options are the reasons for the criticism of the government of state D. Clear now? Then question number 9. 9 to 12, 9 to 13. Now in this question numbers 9 to 13, what is the information here? How many persons are there? There are some 12 people are sitting in 2 parallel rows containing 6 people each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 6 people each. Now this is one row and the second one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, this is the second one. 12 people are seated in 2 parallel rows containing 6 people each in such a way that there is an equal distance between adjacent persons. In row 1, J, K, L, M, N, O are seated and all of them are facing south. Then tell me who are the persons in this row 1, J, K, L, M, N, O, J to O are the persons in this end. And in the second row, tell me who are the persons in the second row. Second row, U, V, W, X, Y and Z are the persons in the second row. U to Z, here it must be J to N, J to O. Then, therefore, in the given seating arrangement, each member seated in a row faces another member of the other row. Then M sits fourth to the left of J. As M is seated fourth to the left of J, tell me how many possibilities do we have. M sits fourth to the left of J, there are 2 possibilities, isn't it? What are those 2 possibilities? Tell me here. Now M sits fourth to the left of J. If J is here, M sits fourth to the left of J. Now once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what is the other case here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 2 possibilities in this one. M sits fourth to the left of whom? M sits fourth to the left of J. Now this is the second possibility. Now in the second possibility, M sits fourth to the left of J. If J is here, 1, 2, 3, 4, M sits fourth to the left of J, that is one possibility. Then what is the second possibility? J at this place and M sits fourth to the left of J. Hence we are having only 2 possibilities. And the one who is facing J sits out to the left of Y. The one who is facing J sits out to the left of whom? Out to the left of Y. This person is seated out to the left of Y, hence Y must be here. And this person, the one who is facing J, seated out to the left of Y. Next one, only one person between Y and U. Between Y and U, how many persons are there? There is only one person, hence U will be here. Between Y and U, there is only one person, U can be either here or here. There are 2 possibilities to this U. And there is only one person between Y and U. U does not sit at any of the extreme ends of the line, as U cannot be here. As U cannot be here, then what is the possibility here? U cannot be at this place, and so U must be here only. U is here. There is only one person between U and Y. And U does not sit at any of the extreme ends of the line. The one facing Z sits second to the right of K. Now the one who is facing Z sits second to the right of whom? Sits second to the right of K. Now the one who is facing Z sits second to the right of K. Now can Z be at this place? Z cannot be at this place. And Z cannot be here as well. Then can Z be at this place? Z at this place is also not possible, isn't it? If Z is here, then what happens here? Then K and M must be in the same place, which is not possible. Then what is the only possibility here? Z at this place. If Z is here, the one facing Z sits second to the right of K, K must be at this place. Clear now? And similarly coming to this one, the one who is facing Z, Z cannot be at this place, Z cannot be at this place as well. Hence, then what is the possibility to this Z? Z can be either at this place. If Z is here, then K will be here. And the second possibility is if Z is here, K will be here. There are 2 possibilities. And out of which Z does not sit at any of the extreme ends of the line, that is clearly given. As Z does not sit at any of the extreme ends of the line, hence in this case Z is at an extreme end of the line, and this case is completely ruled out. Clear now? Finally, we are left with only one case. Z cannot be here. As Z cannot be here, then Z seated, the one facing Z sits second to the left of K, sits second to the right of K, and Z does not sit at any of the extreme ends of the line. Next one, only 2 people between K and O. Only 2 people between K and O will be here. Only 2 people between K and O. The one facing K sits second to the left of X. Now the one facing K is seated second to the left of X, X must be here. V is not an immediate neighbor of Z, V cannot be here, hence V must be opposite to K. And L is not an immediate neighbor of M. As L is not an immediate neighbor of M, L is here. If L is here, then who is the person left over here? N is here. If N is here, then the other person left over is W. Now this is how these 12 persons are seated in 2 different rows, 6 people in each. In the first row, J, K, L, M, N, O are seated, and in the second row, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now in the row which is facing towards south, what is the order here? O, J, L, K, NM, and in the other row, then who are the persons here? WZ, UV, Y and X. Now these are the two different orders. Now this is about question numbers 9 to 13. The next one, question number 14. Question number 14. Long term usage of, if you use this one antibiotics long term usage of antibiotics causes the disease keratosis, as it decreases the secretion of hormone X. It decreases the secretion of what? Hormone X, by which this keratosis will occur. Then while body can endure the level of hormone X dropping to half the required number of micrograms. Now let us take for example, if there are some 100 micrograms is required, this body can able to sustain up to 50. If it decreases to 50, then also no problem. Dropping to half the required number of micrograms. Its level dropping to 23 micrograms needs immediate medical attention. Immediate medical attention, if it is lesser than this half, then immediate medical attention should be there, isn't it? Then which of the following can be concluded from the given statement? Yes, tell me what can be concluded here? Now in this one, 46 micrograms is exactly half of this one. We cannot definitely. If it is lesser than this 23, if it reaches to 23, then a medical attention should be required. But we are still that way. Whether it is half or not, that is not clearly given. It decreases while body can endure the level of hormone dropping to half the number. If it decreases to half the number, then also the body can able to sustain. But whereas when it is decreasing to 23, then a medical treatment is required. Whether this 23 is exactly half of these micrograms required or not is not clearly given in the statement. Hence, first one is ruled out. Then second, in a patient with a hormone X level at 23 micrograms, if administered another 23 would bring the level to absolute normal. Whether this 23 is half of the required number is not clearly known, isn't it? And second one is also the first and the second are one and the same. Then coming to the third one, usage of antibiotics on a short term cannot. Now in the statement is talking about usage of antibiotics in a long term. Short term is nowhere information given. What happens when it is used in the short term? Then fourth one, a patient can be said to have keratosis only if his or her hormone X levels are 23 micrograms or less, isn't it? Can we say about this one? Whether this, and what is the fifth one here? The normal number of micrograms of hormone X is more than 46 grams, isn't it? If it comes to, now what is the statement here? Off, if it comes to off, then also it is not required. And beyond that one, if it is decreased beyond that one, then a medical treatment is required. That means what can we infer from this one? The normal number of micrograms of hormone X is more than 46, isn't it? Then, now let us take for example, it is 48. Off of this one, then also there is no necessity of medical treatment. But as if it is coming to 23, then also medical treatment is required. Hence, choice 5. Then question number 15 to 19. Now question numbers 15 to 19, these questions comes under input and output. Tell me what is the logic here? How many elements are there in the input? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 elements are there. How many steps are there? Exactly 6 steps are there. That means in each step exactly 2 elements are being arranged. Now let us check out the final logic here. To identify the logic, we should always compare the final output with the input. The final output is step 6. Now in step 6, check out the numbers here: 71, 23 and 15. What are these numbers? All these 3 numbers are odd numbers in the descending order, followed by A, E and O, vowels in the ascending. The words which are started with the vowels are arranged in the ascending order. First odd numbers are arranged in the descending order, followed by the words which are started with the vowels are arranged in the ascending order, followed by the even numbers in the ascending order, followed by the words which are started with the consonants in the descending order. Clear now? Now combination of this one, alternately number, word. First odd numbers decreasing order, then vowels increasing order. Next even numbers increasing order and consonants decreasing order. And this is the final logic. Now we need to identify the method involved in this one. Now, in this one opium, that is the highest word with a vowel is arranged at the first place, and similarly then what happened to the number here, which number has been arranged at this place. Now, 58 is the number which is arranged at the first place, last place, isn't it? From here onwards, opium shifted to the second place in step 2, and third place in step 3, fourth place in step 4, and fifth place in step 5, and finally sixth place in step 6. And this 58 shifted to second place. Now, 58 shifted to second place, next shifted to third place, isn't it? Third place, next one to third place, next one to fourth place, next one to fifth place, and finally sixth place from the right hand side. Once in the first 3 steps, all the 3 words are arranged in the alphabetical order vowels. Then, now the numbers. What are the numbers here? Odd number, next odd number 23, next odd number 71 are arranged. Now, in the first 3 sets, in the first 3 steps, the words are arranged at the first place, the numbers are arranged at the last place, and next one from 4 to 6, now the numbers are arranged at the left hand side and the words are arranged at the right hand side. Clear now? Now, these 5 questions 15 to 19 are based on the same input and which is based on the same logic and the same pattern given in the example. Then question number 20. Now, in this 20, in a recent performance appraisal done by what? Done by company X, more than 70% of the employees were found to be underperforming. More than 70% of them are found to be performing underperformance. Then, I think that the restructuring done by the company in the previous year is responsible. Now, this is a statement made by whom? Made by for the underperformance of the employees, HR manager of company X. The HR manager of the same company stated that no, this is because of the underperformance is because of what? Because of the, now the company has done some restructuring last year. Because of that one, most of the people are not doing up to their limit, isn't it? They are underperforming. Then which of the following statements weakens the statement? Weakens the statement means now we should say that it is not the restructuring, there is something else is the reason, that is what we are supposed to say. Now, we should directly weakens whose statement? Now, we should weakens the HR's statement. What is the statement made by this HR? This is because of the restructuring in the company last year. Now, we should prove that in order to weaken this one and their performance is low, not because of the restructuring, but because of something else, that is what we are supposed to prove. Then first one, the number of projects in company X is increased by 60% this year, thereby increasing the burden on the existing employees. As the burden is more and they have to perform more, isn't it? That means underperformance is completely ruled out because they are working more. And the next one, the incentives linked to performance were abolished upon restructuring, creating dissatisfaction among employees. Now, sir, why they are not performing? Because of this restructuring, then dissatisfaction among the employees. Why? Because the incentives are linked to performance. As the incentives were linked to performance, okay, performance were abolished. Now, there were no incentives at all. Performance based incentives were not there. Hence, they are not performing well, isn't it? Hence, what comes? This comes and this is again the reason why they are not performing. And this cannot be your answer because the question should be weakens the argument. This is strengthening the argument of the HR. Then third one, adequate training was not provided to the employees to transfer to different departments and locations after restructuring. After restructuring, what happens here? All these, most of the persons were transferred to some other places. After being transferred, then what happens here? These people should be trained to the circumstances, but where they were not trained properly. As they were not trained properly, and they could not able to work out this one correctly. Hence, these people are performing at a lower stage. Clear now? And this is the reason. Yes, what is the reason here? This is not because of restructuring. This is because of what? Because of training was not imparted properly to these persons. It is because of training. Training is lack of training. They are not performing, but it is not because of restructuring. Hence, choice 3 is the answer. Then question number 21. Now, 21 to 26. Now 7 friends P, Q, R, S, T, U and V visit 7 different countries, namely Japan, Germany, China, India, Nepal, Australia and Malaysia, not necessarily in the same order from Monday to Sunday. From Monday to Sunday. Now Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Now we need to find out the person and visited which place. Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Then condition number 1. R visits on Thursday, that is clearly given. What is the information here? R visits on Thursday, that is clearly given, hence R will be here. R visits on Thursday, only 2 people visit between R and the one who visits Germany. R and the one who visits Germany, how many possibilities? We have some 2 possible. Only 2 people between R and Germany, and the person who visited Germany is on Monday, that is one possibility. Then what is the other possibility here? If R is here, and that person can be on Sunday, because 2 in between these 2 and R is in Thursday. Next one, R visits on Thursday, 2 people visit between R and the one who visits Germany. Only 4 people visit between the one who visits Germany and V. Between Germany and V, how many persons should be there? There are 4 persons, and V must be here. And similarly, between Germany and V, there are 4 persons, then V must be here, that is Tuesday. And the one who visits Malaysia visits immediately before V. Immediately before V, who is that person here? Malaysia. The one who visits Malaysia is immediately before V. Now this is Malaysia. And only 2 people visit between the one who visits Malaysia and P. Visit Malaysia and P, how many persons are there? There are only 2 people in between Malaysia and P. Now here in the second case is not possible, because P and R must be in the same place, which is not possible, isn't it? And the second case is completely ruled out. Now we are left with only one case. And S visits on one of the days after the one who visits Malaysia. S is on one of the days after Malaysia, and this S must be either Saturday and Sunday. Saturday is not possible, and that person is visited on Sunday. Next one. And U visits immediately after the one who visits Japan. U is immediately after Japan. Now U cannot be on Monday. Then can U be on Friday? U can be either Friday or Wednesday. Then U does not visit Malaysia. U visits immediately after the one who visits Japan. Hence U does not visit Malaysia, and U cannot be on Friday. As U cannot be on Friday, U must be on Wednesday. If U is on Wednesday, then before this one U, Japan. Japan must be the person who. Now S visits on one of the days after the one who visits Malaysia. U visits immediately after the one who visits Japan. Now U is on Wednesday, and the person who visited Japan must be on Tuesday. And U does not visit Malaysia. We have taken that information. And only 3 people between the one who visits Japan and the one who visits Nepal. Between Japan and Nepal, how many persons are there? There are only 3 persons. As the person who visited Japan is on Tuesday, and Nepal must be on Saturday. Next one. The one who visits Australia visits immediately before the one who visits China. Australia is immediately before China. This is Australia, and this is China. Australia is immediately before China. And Q does not visit on Monday. As Q does not visit on Monday, Q must be on Friday. If Q is on Friday, then who is the person after? P, Q, R, S, and T, U, and V, T must be here. And Germany, Japan, Australia, China, Malaysia, Nepal. Then what is the other information here? India. Now who visits India? S visits India on Sunday. Clear now? This is how these 7 people visited 7 different places on 7 different days of a week, Monday to Sunday. Question numbers 21 to 26. Then question numbers 27 to 31. First write down this arrangement, then let us discuss about this question numbers 27 to 31. Now 27 to 31, these questions are based on syllogisms. Now question number 27. Some of the outputs are results. Some outputs are results can be written like this. These are the outputs and these are results. Some outputs are result. All outputs are products. All these outputs are what? All outputs are products. Some outputs are result, all outputs are products, all products are yield. All these products are what? All products are yields. Then first conclusion, all outputs are yield, definitely true. And the next one, all results being yields is a possibility. All results being yields is a possibility, because now we can write this yields like this. As all the statements are affirmative, we can write as a single diagram. Hence, this is also possible. Then what is your answer here? Both the conclusions follow, that is choice 3. Question number 27, choice 3. Then 28, all crafts are projects, all these are crafts. Now all these crafts are what? All crafts are projects. Some projects are missions, and no mission is a guide. No mission is a guide can be written like this. All crafts are projects, some projects are missions, no mission is a guide. Then first one, some projects are guides. Some projects are guides, that is false. And the second one, no project is a guide, definitely true. Now the second conclusion definitely true, as the second conclusion is what? Second one is a negative conclusion. To make this one false, now we need to prove some projects are guides. Tell me whether we can prove like that or not. Some projects are guides. Now some of the projects are guides means project and guide should be like this. Tell me whether we can represent like this or not. Now say this guide should not be intersected with mission, but as it can be intersected with project. Now if you write down like this, alternate diagram proven, previous conclusion will be false. After making the previous conclusion false, then we should check out for the affirmative conclusion which was false earlier in the basic diagram. That is, some projects are guides. Now some projects are guides has become true now. Then what is your answer here? When the first one is false, second is true, second is false, first is true. Hence either 1 or 2, that is choice 4 is the answer. Question number 28. Then question number 29. Some outputs are results. Some of the outputs are false, some outputs are results can be written like this, output and result. And all outputs are products, all these outputs are products, and all products are yield. And all these products are what? All products are yield. All the three statements are affirmative. The first one, no product is a result. No product is a result is false, because some of the products are results is true. No product is a result will be false. All yields are product, all yields are products is false, because all products are yields is true. All yields are products is false. Hence, neither conclusion 1 nor 2 follows, neither 1 nor 2, that is given in choice 5. Question number 29, choice 5. Then 30. Now question number 30, all these crafts are what? All crafts are projects can be written like this. All these crafts are projects. Some of the projects are missions can be written like this, and no mission is a guide. Mission and a guide should not be intersected, hence guide is like this. No mission is a guide. Then what is the first conclusion here? No guide is a craft. No guide is a craft, definitely true. And some missions are craft, that is false. Some missions are crafts is false. Then to make this one false, now we need to prove its alternate diagram. That is, no guide is a craft, its complementary pair is some guides are crafts. Some guides are crafts, so tell me how to represent this one. Some of the guides are craft, guide and craft can be intersected like this. If you draw guide and craft like this, then what happens here? No guide is a craft will be false. Alternate diagram proven, previous conclusion false. After making the previous conclusion false, then we should check out for the affirmative conclusion which was false earlier. Now whether it has become true or not. Now in this one, some missions are craft, now also crafts are here, mission is here, no intersection between these two. Now it is false now as well. Hence neither 1 nor 2, choice 5 is the answer. Question number 30, choice 5. Then question number 31, no price is a rate. Yes, how to represent this one? No price is a rate, this is price and this is rate. No price is a rate. Next one, all rates are expenses. No price is a rate and all rates are what? All rates are expenses. And first conclusion, no expense is a price, definitely true. And the second one, all prices are expenses is possible, isn't it? Now no expense is a price, second one is a negative conclusion, second one is a possibility, we can work out afterwards. The first one is a negative conclusion. To make this one false, now we need to prove some expenses are price. Now tell me whether I can draw some expenses are price like this or not. If you draw price here, price and rate should not be intersected, now also it is not intersecting. Alternate diagram proven, previous conclusion will be false. Then coming to the second one, all prices are expenses is a possibility. Now tell me all the prices are expenses is true or not? Now the prices. Now tell me whether I can draw my prices like this or not price. If I draw price here, now also price and rate is not intersecting, hence it is possible. Then what is your answer here? Only 2 follows. Only 2, choice 4. Question number 31, it is choice 4. Then 32 onwards. Now the relation between L and U. L is here and U is here. Tell me which element is common here. B is common. B greater than or equals to L. B greater than or equals to L from the first statement. And the next one is what? B is lesser than or equals to U. B lesser than or equals to U means U greater than or equals to B, isn't it? That means U greater than or equals to L is definitely true. That is L lesser than or equals to U is true. L is either lesser than or equal to, hence either 1 or 2. Either 1 or 2, that is given in choice 5. Question number 32, choice 5 is the answer. Then 33. Now in question number 33, the relation between X and K. X is here and K is here. Tell me what is the element which is common here. Now W is common between these two. Now between W and X, if you observe here, there is 1 greater than and 1 lesser than, hence no relation between these two. Hence between X and K also there is no relation, isn't it? Then coming to question number and choice 2, L lesser than or equals to W. Now in this L lesser than or equals to W, W is here, W greater than or equals to C, C greater than or equals to L. W greater than or equals to C greater than or equals to L. Now between W and L, W greater than or equals to L is true. W greater than L is equal to 2 means L is lesser than or equals to W. L is either lesser than or equals to W, either lesser or equal, either 1 or 2, that is choice 5, isn't it? Either lesser than or equals to W, that is definitely true, choice 2. Hence only conclusion 2 is true, choice 2 is the answer, 33. Then question number 34. Now in this question number 34, the relation between R and J. R and J, which element is common here? U is common. Now U lesser than or equals to R, U lesser than or equals to R, and U and J. Now U and J, U lesser than or equals to J, that means J greater than or equals to U. J greater than or equals to U, U lesser than or equals to R. Now the relation between J and R cannot be identified, isn't it? Then coming to the next one, L and K. Now the relation between L and K and U, K greater than or equals to U, and next one, L and K, L lesser than U. L is lesser than U, that means U is greater than L. Now the relation between K and L. K greater than L is 2, L lesser than K is also 2. Then what is your answer here? Only conclusion 2 follows. Only conclusion 2, that is choice 4. Then question number 35. Now in this question number 35, if you observe here, the conclusions are in between D and L only. Now D is here and L is here. Tell me which element is common between these two, D and L. D greater than C and C greater than or equals to L. Now between D and L, which symbol is common? Only greater. Hence D greater than L is definitely true. D greater than L is 2, D equals to L is false. Hence only conclusion 1 is true. Only conclusion 1, that is choice 4. Question number 35, choice 4 is the answer. Then question number 36. Now in question number 36, the relation between S and R. R is here and S is here. Tell me which element is common here? M is common. Now R to M, the relation between these two is R lesser than M, M lesser than or equals to S. Now the relation between R and S is R lesser than S is 2, R lesser than S is 2, which implies that S greater than R is 2. S greater than R, definitely true. Then coming to the second conclusion, what is the second one here? The relation between Y and S. Y is here and S is here. The element which is common is M is common. M greater than or equals to Y, that is from the first statement. And the next one is M lesser than or equals to S, means S greater than or equals to M. S greater than or equals to M greater than or equals to Y. That means S greater than or equals to Y is 2. Y lesser than or equals to S is 2. Then what is your answer here? 1 as well as 2. Both the conclusions follow. Both 1 and 2, choice 2. Question number 36, it is choice 2 is the answer. Then question number 37 to 41. Now question number 37 to 41, these questions comes under which category? 37 to 41? 37 to 41, coding and decoding. Yes, 37 to 41. Shall I explain this one, 37 to 41? Then 42 to 46, it is based on 8 friends P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W are seated around a square table in such a way that 4 of them seated at corners, while 4 in the middle of the sides. The one who seated at the 4 corners facing the center. The one who is seated at the corners are facing the center. Now these 4 persons are facing the center, and the persons who are at the centers are facing away from the center. Clear now? They are facing away from the center. Then 8 friends P, Q, R, S, T, U, V and W are seated around a square table in such a way that, then condition number 1, V sits second to the right of R sits in the middle of one of the sides of the table. Now R is at middle of one of the sides of the table. As R is at middle of one of the sides of the table, R will be here. If R is here, R is facing away from the center. V sits second to the right of R, V must be at this place. V sits second to the right of R sits in the middle of one of the sides of the table. Only two people between V and Q. As only two people between V and Q, tell me how many possibilities do we have? We have some two possibilities, isn't it? We have some two possibilities, V and Q. Q can be either here, that is one possibility. And what is the second possibility here? Second possibility is 8 persons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The persons at the corners are facing the center, and the persons at the centers are facing away from the center. Then what is the information here? R here, and next one V at this place, and only two people between V and Q. Q can be at this place. This is another possibility, isn't it? Q can be at this place as well. Then only two people between V and Q. S is one of the immediate neighbors of Q. As S is one of the immediate neighbors of Q, here S is at this place. Here in this case, S can be either at this place, S is either at this, S can be either here or here. There are two possibilities to this S. And S is one of the immediate neighbors of Q. T sits second to the left of S. As T is seated second to the left of S, in this case T is at this place. T sits second to the left of S. S here it is not possible, because if S is here, T and V must be in the same place, isn't it? And T sits second to the left of S, S is here, then where should this T? T must be at this place. T sits second to the left of S. P sits second to the left of U. P is seated second to the left of U. V is not an immediate neighbor of U. As V is not an immediate neighbor of U, V is not an immediate neighbor of U, hence V must be, U must be here. If U is here, P sits second to the left of U, P must be at this place, isn't it? If P is here, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, and who is the person left over here? W is the person left over. Then again coming to this one, and U and V are not adjacent to each other, U cannot be here, then U must be here. If U is here, then who are the persons left over here? And P sits second to the left of U. P sits second to the left of U means P and Q must be in the same place, which is not possible. And the second case is completely ruled out. Finally, we are left with only one case. This is how these 8 persons are seated around this square table, 4 of them inward and 4 of them outward. The persons seated at the centers are facing away, and the corners are facing towards the center. And this is about question numbers 42 to 46. Then question number 47. Now in question number 47, now this again based on a critical reasoning. Information is given. What is information here? Due to increased cases. Due to increased cases of what? Due to increased cases of kidnapping in its vicinity, School M has made it compulsory for parents or legal guardians of the students to give a duly signed authority letter to the person picking up the students from school. Okay, due to the increased cases of kidnapping within the premises, in its vicinity means in the nearby. And School M has made it to compulsory for all the parents or legal guardians of the students to give a duly signed authority letter. They have to give a duly signed authority letter to the person. Okay, letter should be given to the person, signed by whom? Signed by either the parents or the guardians of the children. Okay, and in order to pick up the students from school. Then now we should check out the strengthening and weakening of the arguments. Most working parents rely on their domestic help, isn't it? Most working parents rely on their domestic help for picking up their children from school, isn't it? Hence, who can be easily? Now, say these domestic workers can be easily coerced into forging or misusing the authority letter for monetary gains. Now, if any person asked for favor in this one, they can able to do this one. Hence, and this is the very basic reason why they are asking this. And the first one is strengthening or not. Why they are asking for a letter? Because if the letter is not given, and they cannot give to any person, isn't it? The chances of this person, most of these working people are, the children are being carried by whom? The children. These domestic helps are picking up their children. As the domestic helps are picking up their children, there is a chance for these domestic help to manipulate. isn't it? And the first one is strengthening the above cause. Then what is the second one here? There is no photograph on the authority letter making. On the authority letter making, it is difficult to identify the person who comes to pick up the child. Now, sir, again the school administration is asked for a letter. Now, though the letter is given, but whereas will it serve any purpose? And now on the letter, the photograph of the person who is picking up the child is not there, isn't it? As the photograph is not there, then what happens here? Whoever carries that letter with them, and these people will be sent by those. And it is a negative aspect or not? Hence, it weakens the cause of the given, weakens the cause of the school administration, because though they have kept it a compulsory, but here's what happens here, without the photograph, whoever takes the letter and they will send with them, and it will create another problem. Hence, what is your answer here? The first one is strengthening and the second one is weakening. Then what is your answer here? Choice 2. 47. Then question number 48. Now in this 48, how many such pairs of letters are there in the word painted? Painted, P-A-I-N-T-E-D, painted. How many such pairs of letters are there in the word painted? Each of which has as many letters between them in the word, both forward and backward, isn't it? Now we need to count the number of pairs. P, Q, R, S, T. Now check out here between P and T. Tell me how many letters are there in this word between P and T? 3 letters, A, I, and N. In the alphabetical order also between P and T, we are having only 3 letters Q, R, and S, isn't it? Hence, P and T forms a pair, because in this word between P and T there are 3 letters. In the alphabetical order also between these 2 letters P and T, we are having only 3 letters. Next one, T, U, V, A, B, C, D, E. Now between A and E. Now if you check out here between A and E, how many letters are there? 3 letters in this one. In the alphabetical order also will have only 3 letters. And next one, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, T, U, V, E, D. And from left hand side to right hand side, tell me how many are there? There are only 2 such pairs. Again, we should count from right hand side to left. Now, right hand side to left hand side, D and E. Now, D and E, what is the term here? D and E are adjacent to each other, isn't it? And there is no letter between D and E in the word. In the alphabetical order also, there is no word between these 2 letters, no letter between these 2 letters. Then D, E, F, G, H, I, J, E, F, G, H, I, J, T, U, V, W, X, N, O, P, Q, I, J. Hence, how many pairs? We are having only 3 such pairs. 3 pairs, that is choice 1. Question number 48, choice 1 is the answer. Done with this? Then coming to question number 49. 49 and 50. Now, these 2 are based on data sufficiency. Now, how many people are standing in a straight line? All the people are facing towards north. Now, we need to find out the number of persons standing in a line. Then, tell me what is the answer here. Now, the first information, if you take Q stands third from the right end of the line, only one person between Q and S. S stands at extreme left end of the line, isn't it? Now, Q stands third from the right end of the line, 1, 2 and Q, this is Q stands third from the right end of the line, and only one person between Q and S. S can be here, that is one possibility. Then what is the other possibility here? S can be here, that is the second possibility. Q stands third from the right end of the line, only one person between Q and S. S stands at the extreme left end of the line. Now, here S is at the left end of the line. Hence, tell me what is your answer here? How many persons are there in this one? Now, this case is ruled out. We are having only one case. Now, in the second case, how many persons are there? There are only 5 people. Hence, 1 alone is sufficient or not? 1 alone is sufficient, because with the help of 1, we can able to determine the number of persons in the row. Then coming to the second one, 1, now Q stands exactly at the center of the line. Q is exactly at the center of the line, and P and M are immediate neighbors of Q. If P is here, M will be here, or what is the next possibility here? M and P. P and M are like this, and are immediate neighbors of Q. Only one person stands to the left of P. As only one person stands to the left of P here, how many persons are to the left of P? There is only one person. Here, left of P, there are 2 persons, this is ruled out. Q stands exactly at the center, and P and M are immediate neighbors. P and M are immediate neighbors of Q, and only one person stands to the left of P. Now, here in this one, how many people do you have? We are having only 4 people. Are we getting the answer or not? Isn't it? Hence, 2 alone is sufficient or not? 2 alone is also sufficient. With the help of 1 alone, the answer is there are 5 persons, and with the help of 2 alone, the answer is 4 persons, isn't it? With the help of condition number 1, tell me how many persons are there? There are 5 persons. And with the help of condition number 2, we are having only 4 persons, isn't it? Then, as 5 persons and 4 persons, can we have 2 different answers like this? Cheppandi answer undacha? Yes, we can have. Why? Because with the help of condition number 1, we are having only 1 answer. With the help of condition number 2, we are having only 1 answer. These 2 answers need not necessarily be the same. Clear? Tell me, are we getting a unique answer with the help of condition number 1 or not? Condition number 1 to manaku oke oka answer vastunda leda? Now with the help of condition number 2 also, we are getting only 1 answer. Yes? Then what is your answer here? Either 1 or 2, that is choice 3. 1 alone is sufficient and 2 alone is also sufficient. Each statement alone is sufficient, that is choice 3. Then question number 50. Now in this question number 50, how far is point M? From where? From point B. How far is point M from point B? Then condition number 1, S is 7 meters to the south of M. M is here. And S is how many meters? S is 7 meters to the south of M. T is 4 meters to the east of S. And T is how many meters? 4 meters to the east of S. Next one. Point P is 3 meters to the north of T. P is how many meters? 3 meters to the north of T. 3 meters to the north of T. And Q is to the west of P. Q is to the west of P. B is 4 meters to the north of Q. Now B is 4 meters to the north of Q. Now B is 4 meters and point Q is to the west of P. Q is to the west of P means the distance is not given between Q and P, isn't it? As the distance is not given, B is 4 meters to the north of Q. B is 4 meters to the north of Q means B will be somewhere here, isn't it? Now the question is about what? And how far is point M from point B? Are we getting the answer or not? No. Now B can be either here, or if there is a distance between P and Q like this, B can be either here. Maybe the distance between these two is lesser than 4 or equals to 4 or more than 4. Isn't it? Are we getting a unique answer? No. Hence 1 alone is not sufficient. Then coming to condition number 2 alone. Now in condition number 2, what is given here? R is 4 meters to the west of Q. Q is here. R is how many meters? R is 4 meters to the west of Q. B is 4 meters to the north of Q. Now this is B. How many meters? 4 meters. B is 4 meters to the north of Q. X is 4 meters to the north of R. X is how many meters? 4 meters. To the north of what? North of R. X is 4 meters to the north of R. M is 6 meters to the east of X. M is, X is 4 meters to the north of R. North of R, this is X. X is 4 meters to the north of R. M is 6 meters to the east of X. M is 6 meters to the east of X means from here, M will be somewhere here. And what is the distance here? 6 meters. Then are we getting the answer or not? How far is M from point B? Hence, what is the distance here? 2 meters is the distance. Done with this? Hence, 2 alone is sufficient to determine the answer. Only 2 alone is sufficient. 1 alone is not sufficient. 1 alone is not sufficient and 2 alone is sufficient. Tell me your answer here. Only 2 alone is sufficient, that is given in choice 1. The data in 2 alone is sufficient but not 1. Hence, choice 1 is the answer. Now, this is about question number 50. Then, as done with these 50 questions, then let us discuss about this number series. Yes, any number series questions in this paper? No? 70? 70. Now question number 73 onwards. Question number 73 to, now question number 73. 124, 122, 127, 117, 134. Tell me what is your answer here. 124 and 122, what is the difference between these two? 124, 122, 127. 127, 117, and next one is 134, then what should be the next number? Now the difference between these two is minus 2, and 22 and 27, the difference is 5, here the difference is 10, and here the difference is 17, plus 17. Minus 2 plus 5 minus 10 plus 17, and the next one must be how much? 2 and 5, 3, and 5 and 10, 5, 10 and 7, 7, next one must be 9, 3, 5, 7, 17 and 9, that must be 26. Now this 26 should be subtracted. Now if you subtract 26 from this one, then what is the answer here? 134 minus 26, 108, choice 5. Clear now? Now question number 73, it is choice 5 is the answer. Or else the differences can also be written as 2 can be written as 1 square plus 1, 5 can be written as 2 square plus 1, 10 can be written as 3 square plus 1, and 17 can be written as 4 square plus 1, and next one must be 5 square plus 1 must be subtracted. 5 square plus 1 is how much? 26 must be subtracted from 134. Then what is the answer here? 134 minus 26, it will be 108. Question number 73. Then question number 74. Now in this 74, the numbers are in the decreasing order. Whenever the numbers are in the decreasing order, we should always start in the reverse order. 1, blank, 2, next one is 6, 24 and 120. Now 24 and 120 here, 24 into 5 is 120. Now 6 and 24, 6 into 3 is 24. Now 2 and 6 can be written as, now 2 into 3 is 26, 2 into 3 is 6, 3 into 6 into 4 is 24, 3, 4, 5. In the next one it must be multiplied with 2 and this must be multiplied with 1. Into 1, into 2, into 3, into 4, into 5. 1 into 1 is so much, 1 into 1 is 1, 1 into 2 is 2 and so on. Yes, tell me what is the number missing out here? 1 is the number missing out, that is given in choice 2. Now question number 74, choice 2 is the answer. Then coming to question number 75. Now in this question number 75, again the numbers are in the descending order. As the numbers are in the decreasing order, then we should start in the reverse order, that is 11, and next one is 30, 66, 136 and 274. Now 136 and 274, tell me how to represent this one. 136 into 2 is 272 plus 2 is 274, and 66 and 136. 66 into 2 is how much? 132. 132 plus how much? 132 plus 4 is 136. Now 30 and 66, 30 into 2 plus 6, isn't it? Now 11 and 30, 11 into 2 plus 8. Each of these number is multiplied with 2, and how much is added here? 2, 4, 6, 8 is added. And the next one must be x into 0.2, x into 2 plus 10 must be 11. X into 2 plus 11 plus 10 is 11. 11 minus 10 is so much? 1, isn't it? This 1 we are getting by multiplying with 2. Then what should the number here? 0.5. Now 0.5 into 2 is 1. 1 plus 10 is 11, isn't it? Hence what is the number here? 0.5, that is choice 4. 75. Then question number 76. Now 2, 4, 11. 2, 4, 11, 37 and blank 771. Now if you observe here that the number started at 2 and increase it to 700. As the numbers are increasing at a very faster rate, it must be under product or combination. Now 4 and 11 cannot be related in the product, hence it must be under combination. Then tell me what is the logic in the combination. 11 into 3, 33, 33 plus 4 is 37, and 4 and 11. 4 into 2 is 8 plus 3 is 11, now 2 and 4. 2 into 1 plus 2, into 1 plus 2, into 2 plus 3, into 3 plus 4, now next one into 4 plus 5. Now 37 into 4 is how much? 37 into 4 is 37 into 4. 30 into 4 is 120 and 7 into 4 is 4 into 7 is 28. That is 148. 148 plus 5 is how much? 153. Now this 153 that is given in choice 2. 153 into 5 plus 6, that is 771. The missing number is 153, choice 2. Question number 76. Then question number 77. Now in this question number 77, tell me what are the numbers here. 90, 91, 99. If you go for the difference between these numbers, 90 and 91, 90, next number is what? 91, next one is 99 and 121, and next one is 164, then what should be the next one? 90 and 91 plus 1, here the difference is 8. Next one 99 and 121, the difference between these two numbers is how much? 22. Next one 64 and 121, 4 minus 1 is 3, 6 minus 2 is, that is 43, isn't it? Then find the difference between 1 and 8, it is 7, and 8 and 22, it must be how much? 14, isn't it? 14, and 21 and 43, 22, 43, the difference is 21. And the next difference must be how much? Multiples of 7 are added, 7, 14, 21, 28. Now 43 plus 28 is how much? Now 43 plus 28 is 71. Now this 71 should be added to this. 4 plus 1 is 5, 16 plus 7 is 23. Now 235. Now 235 is given in which choice? Choice 4. Now this is about question number 77. The difference of difference is multiples of 7. Then 75, 78. Now in this question number 78, 13 and 6. How to express this one 13 and 6? 13 into 0.5 is 6.5 minus 0.5 is 6 into 0.5 minus 5. Next one 6 and 5, 6 into 1 is 6 minus 1 is 5, 0.5, 1. Next one is into 1.5. 5 into 1.5 is so much? 5 into 1.5 is 7.5 minus 1.5 is 6. Next one. And 6 into 2, 12 minus 2 is 10. Next one 10 into 2.5 minus 2.5. Now 10 into 2.5 is how much? 30. 30 minus 2.5 is how much? 27.5. Now 27.5, that is given in which choice? Is there any choice like 27.5? Chappan unda leda 27.5 choice? 20. Now into 0.5 minus 1.5, 1 minus 1, 1.5, 2.5. 10 into 2.5 is how much? Only 25. 25 minus 2.5, that is 22.5, isn't it? Now 22.5 given in which choice? Choice 5 is the answer. Done? Choice 5. Now this is about question numbers 78. That's it. Now paper number 49. Yes, any doubts in these questions?